Yeah, we are back. We're back in the games room. How's it going, everybody? Cameron here with Canadian Gamer. I actually got quite a few things to talk about here today. I'm going to try to go through them as quickly as possible. The first thing is I'm going to be looking at my computer monitor from time to time because I have so many subjects to talk about. I don't want to miss any of them. So the first thing is, the new format that I was trying over the last couple of days. For the most part, it was well received. I think I'm going to keep that reserved for quick initial impressions of game trailers. And also as well, if I complete a game, if I beat a video game, I'm going to do what I did with the Doom 3 review, and that's make a script and try to do my videos like that for the game reviews. I thought that was very enjoyable, and it's a lot easier to make a script and explain myself rather than try to do that, off the cuff, and it just doesn't come out right, So thanks for that. Thanks for all the good feedback on those videos. Now, the next thing I want to talk about here, very quickly, Conor McGregor versus Dustin Poirier last night. Dustin Poirier took Conor McGregor's soul. He totally dismantled him and outclassed him, and excellent game plan with the leg kicks and finishing it off with a nice KO. So it's nice to see the good guys win once in a while. Conor McGregor got his ass handed to him. So that was good to see. The next thing I want to talk about, I was actually recording a video yesterday. It was one of my movies on the run episodes, and I was doing it on, I wanted to call it October 30th, 2012, the year George Lucas sold his soul to the devil. And it was going to talk about mainly George Lucas selling the rights to Star Wars to Walt Disney and what Disney has done to that franchise. Nothing short of dragging it through the mud. So I had it all recorded, but I stopped because at the end of the day, I actually thought, I don't have any right to talk about Star Wars because I haven't seen any of the other films beyond the first three. So I sort of pulled back on that. If you guys want me to do a video on that, let me know. Otherwise, maybe I'll just leave that alone. I'll let someone else with more capable hands handle that because it is a touchy subject for a lot of you, I know. The next thing I want to talk about, it's no secret that I did finally complete Doom 3. I kind of walked away from Cyberpunk here, and I've been focusing on playing Doom 3. And then shortly after that, I started playing the expansion packs that are on the BFG edition. I started with the Lost Mission, which is 8 chapters, 8 levels that are pulled from the original Doom 3 that weren't put in the game originally. And man, oh man, those levels are tough. So I got about halfway through that, and then I pulled back and I started the other expansion pack, the Resurrection of Evil, which was developed by Nerve Software back in, I want to say, 2006. It's so good. Resurrection of Evil is so good. I ended up going on to eBay and getting a physical copy for the original Xbox, which does run as a standalone game. And it also comes with Ultimate Doom as well, which I don't believe is included in the BFG edition. The BFG edition only has Doom 1 and Doom 2. So, Resurrection of Evil, without spoiling it too much, it takes place on a dig site, and you go on there. There's been some signals, some frequencies that have been picked up by the UAC, and they tell you and your team to go down there and check it out, and next thing you know, you're fighting demons on this dig site. So again, it's got a little bit of a Total Recall vibe to it, and not only that, it's got because again, Doom 3 came out at the same time that Half-Life 2 came out. Resurrection of Evil and the Lost Mission has a grappling gun, so it's basically a gun that you can use its magnetic force to pick up objects and throw things at enemies and do other things, very much like Half-Life 2. So yeah, I thought that was funny that the game had that weapon, which was not necessarily a weapon per se, but a tool that was so significantly important in Half-Life 2, as I wrestle with my mic here, that id Software had to turn around and incorporate it into the Resurrection of Evil. And then if you read up on that, they try to say that, you know, this tool was actually incorporated into the original levels in Doom 3, and they pulled back on using that, trying to, you know, suggest that they didn't pull a page out of Valve's book and sort of mimic what they obviously introduced in Half-Life 2. So that being said, the next thing I want to talk about is eBay. I haven't purchased games or anything on eBay in a number of years, and the reason for that was just quite simply the Canadian dollar has been terribly weak, and a lot of the stuff I would order would come from the US. Now, obviously, we're in the midst of a global pandemic, and I actually find myself reaching for eBay with all of my purchases, and suffice to say, I'm finding a lot of good deals on there. Resurrection of Evil, that cost me about $15 Canadian, free shipping and handling. And then I was looking at getting Doom 2016 for the Xbox One, and it kept popping up for around $16, $17. I know Walmart in Canada sells it for about $19.99, but when you factor in driving to Walmart, your gas, your time, the tax on top of the game, that's almost $30 right there. Oh, I lucked out today. Someone from Winnipeg, Manitoba posted Doom 2016 for the Xbox One. It was $11 plus $3 shipping and handling, so I got it for $14. Woo! So I'm really happy about that deal. So yeah, if you guys are in the same predicament as me, it's hard to game hunt right now, check out eBay. A lot of good deals on there for sure. The next thing I want to talk about, now this is really going to be the meat and potatoes of this video. We're going to talk about HDMI or HD upscalers versus the CRT. The war rages on. So metaljesusrocks, I think it was his last video he posted. It wasn't really an HD upscaler. It was more of a kind of like a unit where you could plug in multiple component cables into this thing, and it had like a switch on it. So instead of like on your remote control on your TV for your CRT TV, you know, changing it from you know, different channels, you could just flick the switch on this board and it would flip it from your N64 to your PS2 to your original Xbox, and you didn't have to fuck around with the dials on the TV. So yeah, pretty cool, but it was like $200 USD. First world problems. But more to the point, Metal Jesus started talking about his CRT in the video. He's like, I haven't played on this thing in such a long time. Man, I had to dust it off. And you know what? He's like, you know what? I forgot how good some of these games can really look on a CRT. Oh my God. Now, this is a guy that's been touting these HD upscalers, these pound cables for the longest time. And then he sort of kind of half admitted on camera that, you know what, the CRT, there's no substitute for it. And you know what, I can attest to that because I just recently picked up a CRT and I have it in my Genesis room, and it was shocking to go back to a CRT. Night and day. There's so many things at play. You know, the CRT, you're getting the proper aspect ratio. You're getting real scan lines. There's just something about a CRT that you cannot mimic with these HD upscalers. Now, I haven't tried any of these HD upscalers, but I have played a lot of my OG Xbox games with the backwards compatibility on the 360, and I've hooked up my OG Xbox to the CRT, and the difference is, folks, the difference is night and day. I want to tread carefully because I know there's a few people in the community and a few people that actually watch my videos that have purchased these HDMI upscalers, and they're quite satisfied with them. So I don't want to, you know, piss on anyone's parade here, but I do want to just say, for any of you out there that have any of these old consoles, I urge you, I implore you to get a CRT. You can check here. This is a screenshot from Amazon.ca. You can see the pound cable specifically for the original Xbox is $69.99. Add tax to that, you're over $80. You could buy an original Xbox for half the price. You can have a handful of games to go along with it, and I guarantee you, if you go on a Craigslist or Kijiji, you could probably find somebody actually giving away a CRT as long as you go to their place to pick it up. So if you want my honest opinion, anything 6th generation and back was never designed to be used on a modern day TV. even with an HD upscaler, I think you're doing it a disservice. You need to get a CRT and play these games the way they were meant to be played. So I want to possibly get a CRT in my games room so I can hook up my PS2 and my original Xbox to it, because right now I'm running them on an old school plasma TV, and while it looks okay, again, when I hooked up my original Xbox to the CRT, the differences, folks, are night and day. I think using the old component or the composite cables, however blurry you might think it looks, on a CRT, I think it looks better than if you try to upscale it. I've heard rumors and rumblings that when you use these upscalers, the color is still a little bit off. And again, a lot of these games were not designed to look HD. It just doesn't look right in my eyes. You know, I've said it before, you know, some people see numbers and some people see colors. I've never been a numbers guy, but I've always sort of had that artistic side to my brain. And when I hooked up, again, the OG Xbox and even the Genesis to the CRT, it was mind-blowing. It was absolutely mind-blowing. So that's what I want to just sort of get out here. These HDMI upscalers, to me, it's a bit of a cash grab. Unbelievable that you would have to pay $70 for a cable just to run your original Xbox up to a modern day TV, when you could use that $70 to actually buy one of those consoles, buy a bunch of OG Xbox games or PS2 games, and play them on a real, authentic CRT. So that was my takeaway. You know, there's no secret, I was thinking about getting, what was that console that came out from that company there? It was an HD console, the Mega SG. I was very close to buying one of those. I was looking at it, and then I just stopped myself. I'm like, why would I want to play a Sega Genesis game on my modern TV? This doesn't make any sense. And when I bought the CRT, man, oh man, oh man, unbelievable, unbelievable. So let me know in the comments below. The war rages on. Are you all for these upscalers, or are you like me and you want to play these games on original CRT televisions? Let me know in the comments below, guys. So that's going to do it for this video. Again, thanks so much for watching. Enjoy your Sunday. Have a great day.